In this video, I intend to create a Nuxt layer, a Nuxt app that I will use as a layer in another Nuxt app. So on the left-hand side here, let me just zoom in here. This is the architecture I'm striving for. The green check marks indicate the things that I've done. Here's what I'm thinking I'll do next. There's a simple feature of both the job board workspace and the private members club workspace. That is the theme style. Both of these have a style. I think what I'll do is I'll use my-nuxt-ui, which embeds Tailwind, and maybe I'll use the Nuxt-ui Pro, I don't know. But if I can produce a Nuxt app, I'll call it my-nuxt-ui, and that build will include Nuxt-ui and Tailwind and export those. I believe I can use that then I can use that as a layer in the other sites. So I can have one Nuxt build that does some import and some work with Tailwind, and I can build things like a hero, and I could build a button, and I can build a landing page layout and stuff like that I can then reuse in multiple websites. So this is the idea. I don't know that that's going to work, actually. I've not done this before. I think that's how the Nuxt layer concept is supposed to work, that if I can get my-nuxt-ui as a Git repository to put Tailwind content into the browser, then I think that Tailwind content will go into the browser as a layer inside other Nuxt apps. So that's what I'm striving to achieve in this video. To do that, I'm going to make a directory. I'm going to do this from scratch, a Nuxt application from scratch, because I don't want I don't want to use somebody else's template or layer or module that I don't know what's in it. I don't know how it works precisely, and I'm learning Nuxt, so I think it's best that I do things from scratch. So I'm going to make a directory here called my-nuxt-ui. Yes, I delayed just a moment there because is that the name that I want to commit to? I think it is. And in this folder, I'm going to say npm, well, actually, let's go git init. So it is now a Git repository, and the reason I know that it's a Git repository is because I can list all the hidden files, and I can see a .git folder there. So inside, well, wait, wrong folder. So let's go remove rf.git, and just to be sure, git status, and good, it's not a Git repository. Let me cd into my-nuxt-ui, and here I'll say git init, git status, on branch master, no commits yet. Here we go. Awesome. The next thing I'll do is npm init. This will create a package.json file, and I can see that file here. Good. So my-nuxt-ui, let's say it's version 0.1.0. Description, this will be Nuxt-ui material for use as a layer in other Nuxt projects. That's my purpose. I don't need a main just yet. I think what I'll do later is that this might end up being nuxt.config.js or ts, but for now I'm going to remove that. I'll just keep the scripts. Oh, remove that. I'll keep the scripts. Will I need any scripts? Let's just keep that there for now. I don't need keywords or an author. What is the ISC license? I'm not sure, but I'll keep it there for now. And then in my bash window, let's say npm install. Watch what happens when I do this. So I'm just going to move this down here. npm install. It creates a package manager entry with a hash. I don't know what the hash is for, but maybe that's a commit hash for the npm 9.12.2 package manager. Great. The next thing I'll do is say install Nuxt. Let's say npm install Nuxt latest. I think that's what I need to do. And I know that I also need to install Vue, so I'll do that next. I could have done that in the same line, but that will add a git ignore. Thank you, VS Code, for initiating a git ignore file for me. Just to be clear, so far it ignores node modules. Thank you. I will also say pnpm install view latest. There we go. Now I have Nuxt and view, and just because I do this in my own builds, I'm going to remove the caret symbol. I want to be very deliberate about the versions that I'm using. So now that I've done that, I'm going to run pnpm install again, and then that will update the lock files just to lock these versions to those numbers. If I were to run nuxt-ui at this point, let's go look at what Nuxt will produce in my localhost. So the Nuxt CLI, do I want to update your Nuxt config to include the compatibility date? Yes, and it went ahead with that. Welcome to Nuxt. It's there, it's running. Do I want to create a Nuxt config TS? Yes, I do. It's restarting Nuxt. Notice that the Nuxt CLI is actually adding files. It added a DevTools compatibility, a define Nuxt config function and a .nuxt folder with some stuff on the side. I need to ignore that. So I'll do .nuxt and good. We are seeing content in the web browser produced directly by Nuxt module. This is not quite what I want. I want to remove that and then export to, as a layer, only the markup that I want to export. How to do that? While I'm here, I want to update this new Nuxt app to use version 4 compatibility. This is something I've done in my other builds so far. I don't regret it just yet. And what I'll do therefore is add this line, future. So in the define Nuxt config, future compatibility version 4. I'm going to grab those lines from a different Nuxt app on the same virtual computer and add it to this Nuxt config file. That will update the browser, apparently. If I now use this Nuxt app as a layer inside of another Nuxt app, it shouldn't affect the other Nuxt app at all. Let's go test. I'm going to clear this terminal window, cd up one level, and then back down into another Nuxt app called the range. So in the range, you can see I have a package.json which defines this folder as a pnpm workspace. So we need to move down into the range apex workspace. So I'll cd into the range apex, list the files and folders here. This is a full-blown Nuxt app. It has an app.view. It says hello from the range. Let's spin this up and then see what we can do to add the other project that we just made as a layer inside this one. So pnpm, actually nuxt dev. It says running with compatibility version 4, just to be clear. Now we are running the Nuxt app hello from the range. How to use the other as a layer? I believe what we do in Nuxt layer example. Share code between Nuxt projects. That sounds like exactly what I want to do. That's not a video. Shoot. This one, yeah, let's do that. I'll go to YouTube and see this one again.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related to your work. So
here we go. In my define Nuxt config, I will say let's extends, and that's an array. And we will say it extends. So I go up one level, up another level, and then down into my-nuxt-ui. Wow, let's see what happens. How can I confirm that that's even working? Wrong Nuxt config, wrong one. Here we go. In this one, haha. There we go. So it's rebuilding, and I won't know for sure if this layer is being injected effectively. How can I be sure that the layer is there? Well, what I'm going to do in the other Nuxt project will create a new folder called public. So in Nuxt version 4 folder structure, there is, I could do something like this. I could say, I can make a public folder, and in there I can put a text file. And that text file should be served at the root of the website It should be served as a URL at the root of the website. So let's try that. I'll say new file. I'll look for text.txt, and in there I'll say hello world. Don't know if this is going to work. Now back here, if I notice, this browser is currently publishing the Nuxt application that is in the range folder, but I've added the text.txt file to the Nuxt-ui layer, which is in a totally different folder structure. Let's see if it's there. So I should say /my-text. No, that's not a folder. So /my-text.txt, and it's not there. What if I need to rebuild? Because I don't know that Nuxt-ui is watching the other folder system. So let's rebuild here. At home page, I should see welcome to or hello from the range. If that worked, then I should have a my-text.txt file. There it is. It works. The layer in a totally different folder structure is being consumed into this Nuxt app and published as it's supposed to be. This is incredible news. I'm going to stop here, but in the next video, what I intend to do is, so in my my-nuxt-ui build, I'm going to import the Nuxt-ui module. That brings Tailwind and I don't know what else. And then I'm going to make sure that in my other build, okay, the range is what I'm calling it. In the range, I'm going to bring that layer in and try to do something with the Nuxt-ui. Now, I'm not going to put the Nuxt-ui into the package JSON in the range. That will be in the package JSON of the other Nuxt build, which I will use as a layer. I'm excited by this. I don't know if you are, but thanks for watching.